Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Madden Gaming, and I am back with another Madden 24 reaction. And this one, we got the best offense in Madden 24. Guys, your boy is all about offense, alright? I'm offense city. If it was a city named offense, I would be living in. That's how much of an offensive player I am. I'm just better at offense and defense, so I figure I react to this one. There was a defensive one that he did upload yesterday. I might check that out if you guys want me to check that out as well. But before I pursue this reaction, I need you guys to like this video right now. Subscribe to your boy if you want more reactions just like this one. Without further ado, jump right into it.
I'm about to show you the absolute best play in Madden 24 that can beat any type of defensive coverage your opponent throws at.
Any? Okay.
Looking at is the gun bunch tight end, and the play we're going to look at is the popular PA boot over, a play that has been good for years. Up on the screen right now are all of the playbooks where you can find this play. Now, to get the most out of this play, I like to go to the short side of the field. So if you see the ball is on the right hash, which means we have our receivers on the left going to the right. If the ball was on the other hash, we would flip this play. Now, there's a ton of different setups with this play because it's one of the most versatile plays in the game. So I'm going to show you a bunch of different ways you can use this based on what your opponent's doing on defense. So make sure to stick around so you don't miss out on anything important. Now, the first thing that makes this play so good is the rollout ability. And because rollouts are better in Madden 24, this play has now gotten better. So
especially with Josh Allen.
Opponent is simply block the tight end, and then we're going to cancel the play action with the right trigger. We're going to roll out, and you're going to see that we can hit this.
Got him. That's against Ramsey too, but that's also Diggs. You know what Diggs did to him opening night.
Now, when you're rolling out, you might want to stop because they're going to be in a QB spy since you have so many other guys blocked. So make sure you just kind of stop if you want to hit the underneath route versus a man defense. But this setup works versus zone as well, and that's what's so good about it. So we're going to just do the exact same thing, and again, we're going to be able to hit this guy underneath because the deep zone is going to be worried about the deep post that's going behind him. And you can still hit the underneath routes as well. You just kind of want to wait for him to cross, and they're going to have this little opening right there because the zone will not always carry him to the sideline. But when playing a user, the user defender is going to be taking guys out of the way to try to cover these routes. So whichever one they don't cover, you want to hit. But another good thing is, especially against zone, you can just actually roll out with the QB and get some easy yards. That's why I like using so this gives you another element that they have to worry about. They've got to spy the QB. They've got to watch the underneath route.
And when you with Josh Allen, he reliable to stiff arm your ass, or he might truck you. He ain't sliding. I can tell you that.
He got a spin catch there, which is unfortunate. Could have got more yards, but he gets wide open.
I mean, that's Stephon Diggs. When doesn't he get open?
Page available where I post the highest level Madden tips and all of my ebooks. So if you want to take your game to an even higher level, make sure to click the link in the pinned comment below. Another thing I like about the rollout on this play is you can bomb certain zone coverages when you want to take a deep shot. So if your opponent's running a lot of cover 3, for example, you can block the tight end and streak the wide receiver. Again, pay attention to the hash marks because you want this going to the short side of the field or else it will not work. And we do the rollout, and you can see that we have X wide open for a huge play.
Got him, big play Davis.
Like that. Now, if your opponent's running a lot of cover 2 and you want to take a deep shot, you can do a couple things here. You can block the tight end and streak B. Now, doing this, you're looking more to just further open up the Y crossing route, which you can kind of do with the regular setup anyway, but I just like how open he gets, and you get a very easy big gain just like that. But to really go for the one-play touchdown against cover 2, what you want to do is you want to block the tight end and you want to streak Y. And honestly, you don't really have to roll out for this. You can kind of stay in the pocket, and you want to time this up as he splits the safeties down the middle with the post, and you can see
too easy
touchdown. Now, hey, if you're still here at this point of the video and you haven't subscribed yet, you might as well go ahead, subscribe, join the family, because you're pretty much already a part of the family anyway if you're still here. And I post the best Madden tips all year long to help your game, so you don't want to miss out on any of these important videos. Now let's talk about some other setups if you want to stop rolling out every play. Maybe your opponent's starting to key in on it and shut it down a little bit. We need to give them other things to respect in this play. So what we can do is simply drag the tight end, and now we've created a messy concept out of this play, which makes it even harder to stop.
Damn. Most underrated tight end in Madden 24 is
with the original setup going to the right. Everything's going to the right, so they're not even
not sure why you stopped right there, but okay.
Back left, and this just really helps confuse the user defender and also allows you to pick up some easy yards once they're overcommitted to the right.
That definitely would get me.
With this setup, the right side is still going.
Look at this.
Good, but it's just giving
Still
you something
open.
else to have to worry about. Another setup I like is streaking the tight end and putting the running back on an in route. We're still creating the mesh concept, but now it's the running back coming out of the backfield. He he's leaking out of the backfield, and he usually is going to be.
So you have another option. It's like unlimited options.
Tight end on the streak, it kind of helps open up the underneath on this side as well because it pulls the zones a little further back. So you can still hit the B receiver, and then you can also roll out or stay in the pocket if you want.
Look at that. Got him. Diggs. There you go.
Another thing you can throw in on this play, especially if you're going against like man defense, is you can smart route the X receiver by pressing wire triangle, selecting his button, and then pressing
this type of play will make you throw the controller. Even though you ain't got anger management problems, it'll make you throw your controller
for a big gain. Sometimes that can even go for a touchdown if the safeties don't close down quick enough. It's something that a lot of people don't realize. He usually gets a pretty good release here against man, and if you can time this up, you can get a huge gain. He did drop it right there, but you can see the window is open for him to get a pretty large gain, and against man defense, you'll take that all day long.
Especially the Bills, their wide receiving group. Come on now, you can't play man defense against them. They got too many options.
There's a few things we can do. One thing we can do is block both the running back, the tight end, and then put the X receiver on a smart route. And this is going to give us a couple options here where we can really get our guys. One-on-one against man will be a huge win. You'll also be able to easily get the Y receiver open, so the user has to kind of pick which one he wants to cover. And then you can also get the B receiver, so you got all three guys that'll pretty much get open pretty consistently versus cover zero blitzes. If you want to add an extra wrinkle to confuse the user defender, you can always put the B receiver on a whip route as well, and that'll give you kind of a different option going back the other way that's quick hitting, and you can see against cover zero that's going to be really open as well. But we have 7 guys blocking, so it's going to be harder to actually get to the QB and sack them. Now I switched teams really quickly because I wanted to show you another.
Ooh, with the Chargers, okay.
With certain teams because it requires an ability. Now this extra play, I would say 10 times better, and that is putting your running back on a Texas route like this. Now if you're playing an ultimate team, they'll
especially Eckler. Come on now.
The regular rosters, as of the making of this video, only 5 teams can do it. You need a QB with Hot Route Master or a running back that has either running back apprentice or backfield master. So the 5 teams that can do this are the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Saints, the Raiders, and the 49ers. Now if you're going against a lot of style defenses, away
no Bengals, no Patriots,
the running back on the table route, and you can leave the tight end blocking, or you can streak the tight end if you want to run off coverage if they're not running like a lot of blitzes. If they're blitzing, you might want to block the tight end to give you some extra time. But this route is just going to create another.
Look at this. Eckler too open.
Opposite side of the field.
Nobody want to tackle him in open field for real, for real.
Routes on the play, which is the big money going to the right side, but you have this Texas route that goes back left. So that makes it really hard for a user because he can't cover both sides of the field at once. And against man, this route is usually a touchdown. Now this also works really well against zone. So again, you can block the tight end, you can streak them. I like to streak the tight end unless they're bringing just heavy pressure every play and I need extra time. I'm going to streak the tight end every play, and you'll be able to dump this underneath quickly for easy yards. So the user is going to have to watch that, and if the user watches that, that allows you to hit the crossers on the other side. Now another good option here is you can put the B receiver on a zig route, you can streak the tight end, and then put the running back on the angle. So you have some man end zone beating options here, but what happens here is if they're not really pressuring you heavy and you can buy a little bit of time, the running back gets wide open over the top.
Ooh, look at that
for a huge touchdown. Now one last thing you want to be mindful of is this other play, the RPO alert bubble, because since we're doing the play action with that handoff, this play actually plays off it.
I never could get this to actually pass. I've only actually successfully passed on this one time in Madden. In my Madden career.
Box usually can be really weak, and you can pick up 4 or 5 yards, maybe more, and give them just something else to think about. But you also have the ability to throw this quick bubble screen to the outside and pick up some yards that way as well. So definitely mix this in because it's a very good complement to the PA play. Now this is a really high-powered play, but let me show you something simple you can do to help contain it. You want to find a cover 4 drop in your playbook. Every playbook should have a cover 4 drop or some form of cover 4 in your playbook. You want to pick that, and then you want to base align and press, which is why wire triangle right on the left stick, and then wire triangle down on the left stick. Base align press cover 4s do a really good job against compressed sets in general, and it'll do a good job at containing this. Now, if you're worried about rolling out every play, you can just simply leave the contains on the play, but if you're more worried about just getting some extra pass rush, you can crash your line out by pressing left on the D-pad, up on the right stick. And then I would also user one of my linebackers, and I would manually blitz him just because you're going to get better sheds if you have 4 guys technically rushing. So if you blitz your user, he's considered the 4th guy. Even though you're going to be in coverage with him, the game still recognizes him as a rusher, and that'll help you get more pass rush, because if you only let 3 guys rush, a lot of times the game kind of dials it back and won't let you get quick sheds, because there's just been ways that that's been abused in the past. So this will just give you a good chance to help kind of contain.
See, people, you need to stop abusing stuff.
Just wide open right now. We maybe could have
Damn.
a B receiver, but it was going to be a tight throw either way. But the base align press,
You ain't had to do my boy Allen like that.
I give you kind of the best option to, you know, keep this under control. Like, you try to throw
Oh my
across
goodness.
route, and then this guy here, he's able to actually make a play on it, because a base align
Patrick Surtain,
quarter is going to play that crossing route.
one of the best young players in the NFL, man.
Use base align cover 4 if you want to try to help limit this play. Now that you've got a good offensive play, now you need to learn about the best.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that play is OD, and I'm kind of glad that they got certain teams that can use that play instead of it being just open for everybody, because that play with Josh Allen and them wide receivers, and then you got the Chargers and those wide receivers and Justin Herbert. I mean, that's just a matchup nightmare. That's not even fair at that point. What do you do? I'm spamming that against the CPU every time. Maybe not every play, because I did see that the CPU does adjust to things. Come on now, he out here giving secrets to y'all guys and y'all ain't writing it down. What is wrong with y'all? And I thoroughly enjoyed this. That's gonna do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Love every single one of you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.